So let's implement image upload when we add a new place. For this on the front end, let's go to the new place component. And there we need to first of all import our image upload component. So image upload from shared components, form elements, image upload. Now we can add this to the form there. So here in our JSX code, maybe below the address here, we can add image upload. Now, of course, this now is an input which is always rendered. Unlike in the sign up form, we don't switch between different modes here. The ID can be image and should be image to map this to our form state later. And on input here is bound to our input handler. The error text which we can provide can be please provide an image, though I didn't do that on the sign up form actually. So let me quickly go back there, and on the auth page on image upload, I will add that same error text here. So here on image upload, I will also add this error text. This is in the auth page now. A little oversight back then, but normally this can't really be invalid. So back to new place, we got our image upload added there as well. Now let's add it to our form state. So here, when we initialize our form, I add the image key, so the ID we used in JSX as well, and set the value to null initially and is valid to false. This key here, of course, has to match the ID we have down there. So with that, we should have an image upload field there as well, and it should be part of the form data. If we now send a request, we of course need to send form data therefore. So let's add our form data here with new form data and append the different data pieces we have. So the title, for example, which of course is retrieved like this from our form state. And then we repeat this for the description like this. We repeat this for the address. And for the moment, we also need to add our creator here. We don't get the creator from the form state though, but from auth user ID. Once we have authentication, this will change, by the way. Now we need one more input, one more form data piece, and that is our image. And this has to be image because we will retrieve this by this image key later on the backend. Right now, I haven't added logic to do so though. But for the moment, let's stick to the front end. Let's store the image here in the image key and of course refer to image here, therefore. So now here we can remove the body and the headers and just add form data to our request we're sending. So this should send a correctly configured request, but now we also need to work on the backend. For one, in the places routes, just as we did it in the users routes, we need to add this middleware here. So in places routes, let's add an import and import the file upload middleware from require middleware file upload. Or actually, as you learned, this is not already the middleware. It's an object with a bunch of middlewares, and we get the right middleware by, for example, calling single. So here on this post request, I will call file upload single and look for the image in a key in the body which is named image. So with that, we're extracting the image upon the creation of a new place as well. Now in the place controller, we have to handle it. We have the rollback logic in app.js in our global error handler, so that should already work. We don't need to add anything there. But in the places controller, I of course now also want to link the image to a newly created place. So in create place, we're extracting the other data from the request body, which is fine. But then here, when we create our place, the image is no longer a URL like this. Instead here, I will use request file path, just like this. This is now what gets stored in my newly created place. And now we just have to go back to the front end again and make sure that we output or use the right URL there. So on place item, where I render the image of a place, I will wrap this here into backticks and then output localhost 5000 and then dynamically output props image in there so that we use the path which is stored on the backend and connect this with our URL that points at the backend. With all of that, let's save it and let's give it a try. Let's log in here with the user we created and add a place, Marienplatz, a great place in Munich. The address, Marienplatz 1 in Munich, and pick an image. And here I prepared an image for me already, which is a picture of the Marienplatz. And now if you click Add Place, this loads. We're redirected, we got one place, and here it is. This is our image of the Marienplatz. Now if I edit this also looks really, really nice. Editing is reflected here. We can view it on a map, and we got our image here. And on the backend, unsurprisingly, if we go to images, then we see our user image, which we uploaded earlier, and that image I just chose. So upload is working here. And with that, we're able to upload images for both users as well as places.